What up, YouTubes? This is Jonathan N. Dorn, CPA, licensed CPA in the state of Florida, and we're going to give you 5 mistakes that I made. If I could go back in time, I would change. Now, I can't go back in time, but maybe you can learn from my mistakes. So, Lego. Alright, I wrote these down. They're in no particular order. Mistake number 1. Memorizing the multiple choice test banks. When I first started, the first couple exams, I just had like one test bank, and maybe I would do 100 questions. Like I would just do 100 random questions. So sometimes I would get the same question, 4 or 5 days in a row. Maybe there's about 1,400 questions in a test bank or something. And so, even though in the back of my head I said, "Oh, read all the answers," and I already knew it was C. And so that was a big mistake, memorizing the multiple choice test bank. All right. Mistake number 2, dos en español. Not practicing the authoritative literature. I don't know. I hope no one else is making this mistake because it seems ridiculous because FAR, audit, reg, you're going to have at least one, I think you're going to have at least one research question. If anybody's taken the simulations and did not have a research question, please comment down below and let me and other people know. But you're going to have at least one. And one of my exams, I had 2 research questions. So, the authoritative literature, you're going to find answer to the research question pretty much, word for word right there. So, when I didn't study that, I was getting these questions wrong. And then once I put a lot of effort into the research questions, it started being like gimme points. Like I saw two research questions on my audit sims, and I was like, yeah. So that's mistake number 2 I made. Not doing the authoritative literature. Third mistake I made. This was I waited until I had 150 credits to start the application process to see if I could even sit for the exam. When in my state, you should check with your state, I could start the application process to sit when I had 120 credits. So, I was in limbo because there's nothing to say that they're going to let you sit. And something was wrong with my application, and I had to send them more information. It took like 2.5 months, and it was crazy. So, I just made a video couple back on this subject, but so waiting to sit for the exam was my third mistake. Now, number 4 mistake that I made, only studying for a certain amount of time per day. Like, because I was, reading all these things, people said, "Oh, I studied, whatever. I studied 40 hours this week." 40 hours this week, So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to study 6 hours a day, and then, 4 hours on Sunday or something. So, regardless, like, if I was in the zone, or I still had the mental capacity to do more, I'd say, "Oh, I'm done." I'm done. And I remember doing that, and then like playing a video game, some golf game on my iPhone. I'm like, "Oh wait, my 6 hours are up. I'm gonna," and I would do that for a couple hours, and so, when I should have been studying because I was failing my tests. So it's like, so that was my fourth mistake that I made was not studying when I had time. Like, I mean, only studying for a certain amount of time. Fifth mistake that I made. What did I say? Oh, this is kind of good. I did a season at H&R Block, and I was a tax preparer. And, I mean, I did like 270 tax returns my first year at H&R Block. So I was all kind of feeling in my feels. Kind of, I was like, yeah, you'd man. So, you'd man, Dale. So I was like, oh, I'll take REG next. And I was thinking, well, I'm a tax preparer. You know, I did a season of taxes. I'll do good on REG. So, since that was my specialty, I underestimated REG and I failed. I've also heard that with like auditors. Someone who works in the auditing field underestimates the audit exam and doesn't pass it. So just because I think I have the knowledge and underestimating the certain exam was my fifth mistake that I made. I did it with REG, but and now I'm thinking about the underestimating. I saw something online or whatever that because I know people underestimate BECs and it has the highest pass rate at like 55%, and the other ones have 50%. So just don't underestimate the exam. Which I did that mistake. What are we? Oh my God, 7 minutes of me talking. So man, that's enough. But those are 5 mistakes I made, and if I can, I mean I only made so many freaking mistakes. So if I can, if you can learn from some of my mistakes and maybe it'll help you be a CPA. So don't ever quit, and I'll see you next time. If you made it this far, like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, if you think I'm a big pile of shit, leave a dislike. And if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Anyways, have a great day. Bye.